Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. We record these interviews so that potential buyers can learn more about the business and the seller to help them make an informed buying decision. If you would like to learn more about this business, including details like what type of business it is, how much revenue and profit it makes, and all of the assets included with the business, simply visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business's listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and in the description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. So without further ado, let's get into this interview. First up, let's learn a little bit about you. Can you tell us about your background in building and running online businesses?
A little bit about my background. Honestly, I'm mechanical engineer and I'm working as project manager in a company. But in our university, a friend and I decided, that was during COVID, that we decided instead of just talking about ideas, we should actually build something. So we jumped into e-commerce. I had some other experience as well, like retail on Amazon, like drop shipping and some other models in e-commerce, but I had also some experience in IT branch as well, like creating website, creating apps, and that was my first biggest startup that I built, and today I decided to sell it.
Why are you selling the business now instead of keeping it and growing it further?
I expected that question, and is a fair one. The short answer is focus. I'm currently shifting into new opportunity in the food and beverage space. I've developed a new product in this branch and I want to dedicate my time and energy fully to that. So rather than stretching myself too thin, I prefer to pass this business on to someone who can really take it to the next level.
Can you describe the amount and the type of work that you do on this business to maintain it?
The business is actually quite manageable. On average, I would say around 2 to 3 hours per week for maintenance and checking performance, inventory, and PPC. Of course, during product launches, when creating new listing, it can be more intense. Maybe a full day here and there, but that doesn't happen too often. I personally did everything by myself. For example, creating images, creating A plus content, listings, and also creating PPC campaigns. I did also some external service. I got, for example, 3D models from external service that I had in Asia, but I did around 80-90% of the job by myself. And if you don't have any launch, if you don't have any big issue, then it will be manageable.
So if you were to keep this business, what are some of the ways you would try to grow it?
That's definitely room to scale. One of the most important thing I would do is register for a VAT number in Poland. That could reduce the fulfillment cost around 30 to 40%. And from there, expanding across all of Europe more aggressively, it could be also okay. Also launching new products. We already have ideas that are tested with the same supplier in China. And in the longer term, I would look at expanding beyond within the next 2 or 3 years to USA, to Asia, Middle East, Saudi Arabia. It could be also very good potential.
Right. And what would you say are the biggest risks with this business that buyers should be aware of?
Like most e-commerce businesses, inventory management, I think, is critical. The main risk is either overstocking or going out of stock. Both can hurt performance. So, good planning and forecasting are really important here, also in this category.
How much support are you willing to offer the buyer who acquires this business?
So, personally, I want the transition to be smooth. So, I'm happy to offer 2 or 3 calls and answers. Any follow up questions, I will also provide all materials that I have, documents and insights I've gathered, basically everything you need to take over confidently.
Are you open to negotiating something like an earnout agreement?
I'm open to discuss everything. It really depends on the overall agreement and terms. But let's see.
Okay, final question. If you had to put yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why is your business a business worth buying?
Honestly, we are operating in a niche that has steady growing demand year over year, especially in the EU. It's a solid, proven market that the business already has a strong foundation. And you can also see the demand increasing year over year. So, for the right buyer, there is a lot of potential to scale further without starting from scratch. But for the right buyer.
All right, everyone, thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this business is still for sale, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll find everything you need to know about this business. So, thanks for joining us. See you next time.